suplex.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. Come to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. December 10th, 15 days, whatever it is, away from Christmas. New Year shortly after that. And the four of us are recovering from?
Help me, I'm blind. Oh, no. UWW 3.
What? Last night at the House of Blues. We're going to talk about that. We are going to announce the winner of that. No, not you. The winner. No, I'm not talking about the matches.
Oh.
Holy cow. Good morning, Ronald. Jeez Louise.
I was already getting excited, man. The new shirt for the new champ.
We are going to announce the winner of our fundraiser giveaway with our poster.
Yes, we are.
And we did officially add Tessa Blanchard and the great Kevin Sullivan. So the winner, which I will announce later on, has already been selected.
Plus the other set of twins that were there.
The Vanity
also.
Twins signed,
I got
yes.
them also.
And us.
We even signed.
it.
So there goes the value. Sorry to the winner, but
And the other guy in the red hat tried to figure out that chicken scratch that he put
oh
on
yes,
there.
we have to.
I thought
If
doctors,
you could put a marker in a talon of a chicken and blindfold it, is what that looked like.
That would be it.
I thought doctors' handwriting was bad. But holy.
Stevie Wonder probably has a nicer autograph.
You know what though? I got a brilliant thought. You know, and this early in the morning.
Brilliant thought this early.
For the chief is
Slow down.
But you know what?
Yes.
With the way as bad as his handwriting is,
Uh-huh.
how the hell does he order stuff for the store?
It's electronic.
Yeah.
He's just
It's on a
pushing
handheld.
buttons, right?
Well,
Yeah.
And by the
They
way,
just
after
press a little button on a little
damn,
tablet.
That's right.
there goes my
Yep,
thunder.
and that
Those
for
again.
the day.
you ever see them in the aisles with the scanners? I mean, that's taking inventory.
Yeah, okay.
And by the way, I'm looking for a new agent after last night. It's horrible job of an
Well,
agent
what
last
have we
night.
got in here?
So anyway, all right, a lot going on, a lot to talk about. Apparently, there's some other action tonight. SmackDown was last night. Raw was this week. Dynamite was this week, and I got to be
Rampage
honest
was
with you.
last night.
What's that?
Rampage was last night.
Rampage, and I got to be honest. Getting ready for. Hang on a second. Getting ready for UWW. I really didn't pay much attention. Anything really wrestling related. So, yes, the floor recognizes Chief.
I just wanted to say, Mr. Ronald Young, best of luck on your new job and where you're moving to.
Yeah.
And please keep following us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, the good thing is the internet goes there too, so you're good to keep
I was
following.
going to say, the internet goes state to state. We're
It
good.
does?
702-329-6947.
What do I know?
1-855-502-4321 is our number. Press the number 1 to come into the studio, chat with us. Anything pro wrestling, anything pop culture, anything, because we're all tired. What do you didn't have to work last night at all, did you? No, okay, good. I was worried about
What time did you get home last night?
Like midnight? 12:30?
I beat everybody home at 11:40. I was in bed.
I walked in the door at midnight.
Nice.
What time did he drop you off?
About 11:30.
Okay, well, see, that's what happens when you're driving Mr. Daisy. So,
My people are going to have to talk to your people about this shit. Let me tell you.
have you met Mr. Uber, by the way?
It would have been way worse because we were going to go to the foundation room for the after party, but the line was long, and I was like, nah.
Was that open to the public?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay, I didn't realize. I didn't even. I'm sure that
Well,
with our.
well, Benny gave me tickets.
Who did?
Benny,
Oh,
the ring announcer.
well, he gave you tickets. You're my agent. How come I didn't get one?
I don't
You
know.
suck.
Like,
You suck. I'm gonna call you.
he just
Hold
gave-
on, your agent gave you tickets, and you didn't give your client a ticket.
No, 'cause
That's
knew
what
we
I
were-
just
I
heard.
freaking drive.
So he had multiple.
I got it in my back pocket still.
What the hell's up with this?
well, that's.
No, wait. That's like we were gonna go anyway.
All right. So let's see. Aaron, Chief, and Matt.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go anyway. We knew we weren't going.
Okay.
That's why I just put it in my back pocket.
Ronald says what he posted was a joke that he's not moving, let alone anywhere cold. Okay. Well.
Huh?
Boy, I better not see you, man. That's all I got.
I think we all
you
been-
trying to pull a joke on the cheek. Oh,
I was
no,
going to
no,
say,
no,
we
no.
all bit into that
It's
one.
not hard.
No. The Savannah Bananas.
That's right. We all bit into that one. I thought he was serious as well. Hey, listen, everybody on the Go Live Vegas mobile app, give us a call, 702-329-6947. I'm into lists. We did lists on the round table. So why don't we do lists this hour? And not necessarily wrestling related. I was just thinking, like, what are people's traditions during the holidays? Give us your top 5 things or 3 things people do during the holiday season. And just, unless you guys want to do other kind of lists, but I'm thinking lists. Like Santa Claus checks his list. Thomas is being crossed off.
Naughty,
Mine.
naughty,
That's
naughty.
right. Exactly. Call
He's
us.
getting cold.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We'll get it. We have to get him a new toy. We got to bring him up from the stick. We got to get a new
Apparently, I have superpowers for Albertson, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna come up with something demonic this week.
We'll share that story in a little bit. Anyway, we got a lot going on, and I take it everybody had a good week before we get started. Yeah.
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 All right. Chief, you good?
I feel healthy. I feel a lot better.
You look good. Welcome
I
back to
feel-
the studio. By the way,
I feel better.
He's got
I
a week.
really do.
He's got a week of extra orneriness stocked up from last week.
Not
so.
really.
Then of last night, he had like all them girls around. He had to like double take his heart medication.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's why he sat down most of the night.
But who was getting all the hugs? Chief.
Well, I got a few. But you're right. You got them all. Ronald says, y'all weren't the only ones that believed the post. Well, there you go. See? America's gullible. Anyway, before we get started with I Hear Voices and talking about the world of pro wrestling, it is now time for...
Story time with Matt.
That still
It
sounds
is
good.
now story time with the Enforcer, Matt Long.
All right, I got one for you guys. There was a guy in Heart Attack Grill that the whole stick of the place is you have to weigh 350 pounds and you get a free burger. They try to promote obesity there for some reason, but it is what it is. And there was a skinny guy in there, and he's like, I want my free burger, and he's causing this big old scene. And they call me in there, so I come in, and he's like getting like real crazy, and I was like, all right, so I threw him against the wall, put him in handcuffs, brought him back to the office, and he's just going on this tangent of, I should almost play it. I have the video. But he was trying to give me his reasoning of the 350-pound thing, and it was like this 2-minute long dissertation of just craziness.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you.
There you go. There you go. I guess, when you're trying to do something like that, anything works, right?
It went from like, and I was like, what do you think the 350-pound thing is? He goes, well, I weigh 177 pounds, so I want a 177-pound burger on one plate. And I was like, what?
Holy
He goes, well,
cow.
people can eat like 4 or 5 plates. I just want one plate. And I was like, how do you think this burger place would make money if we gave you a free 177-pound burger?
Yeah,
That's like 10 cases of meat.
Was he on anything?
I don't think so. He was just nuts.
Well, yeah, you don't need
Like
to be
most
nuts.
Fremont Street people.
I was gonna say you don't need to be nuts, dude.
I'm going to send him to Albertsons to try to get the 177 pounds of beef,
Lit
and then
up
we'll
in
go
the
cook
store.
it for him.
Right, exactly. We'll do it right in the middle of Albertson's aisle 4, seasonal section, right where they have all the lighter fluid and everything. Oh my
Rumor
god!
has it there's fires around there, so you can just put it on there. It's fine.
But at least the last one, the lady put her own out, which was kind of nice. She took it outside, so that was kind of nice.
If she did it on a shopping cart, it's technically a barbecue grill at that point. That's fine.
Attach chicken wire over the top of it.
They
You
got
have your-
accessories in one of the aisles. We can make this work.
Did I miss something?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, watch the show on the rerun. You'll catch it then. Anyway.
I was just wondering.
Anyway. Send us a tweet. We want tweets. Send us a message. Hashtag thoughts count anywhere. And of course, if you want to go to Twitter battle with Mr. Matt, the handle is
At TCA 702.
there you go. So let's see.
Do it.
Ronald says, I have a match that I've been thinking about. If it works out, it would be amazing, and wanted to get y'all's opinion of the match if it was to happen. So you got to tell us what it is, Ronald. Then we can give you our opinion.
I was gonna say, what's the match?
Right, exactly. All right, let's get to it, shall we, gentlemen? Let's get started with some
Certainly.
I Hear Voices. Rumor is Roman Reigns could possibly wrestle on both nights of WrestleMania. One night against The Rock, one night against the American Nightmare. Thoughts on him doing double duty like that?
Makes sense.
One for each belt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. He's definitely losing one of them belts at WrestleMania. To whatever belt's going against Cody is going to Cody.
Right.
If that was to happen.
So would that make sense then that if that were to happen, he and Cody go night 1 and then him and Rock on night 2?
Yeah, they would make. Yeah.
If Cody wins one belt, then Roman still has a belt on his shoulder to go against Rock. Chief, whenever you're ready to join us, that would be cool. Show's already started. So
I guess we have to put it on Wikipedia that Thoughts Count Anywhere is live, and he might figure it out.
I'll beg your pardon. I am conversing with the champ, so mind your P's and Q's.
well, but we're live on the air. You
guys
so-
are doing a
You have
good
24
job.
hours in a day. You're busy for 2 of them.
You guys are doing an excellent job.
Well, I'm glad you approve.
I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah, but we do need your opinion on stuff. So you chime in whenever you're ready. How's that?
I
Tell
don't-
Lady Topper we said hello, and we're
stop.
live on the air.
I don't care.
She
I
should
don't,
call in.
Look, I don't care about Cena. Okay.
We didn't bring up his name.
I don't care about Cena.
We didn't
in
talk
case,
about
in
him.
case you do, I
He's
don't
not
care
on- he's
about
not
him.
on the run sheet.
Rock. Okay. Hello.
You not know how to fix that after like a year of being on the same microphone?
Rock.
try.
Rock. If the match happens, it happens. We don't know if it's going to happen for sure or not yet. It's just all hypothetical at this point in time. You like that word? Hypothetical. Five syllables.
Don't hurt yourself.
At this early stage in the
Very
morning.
good. Why don't you tell the champ to call us?
Just let me finish with her, please.
Sorry. Go back to
No,
me.
no,
We'll
no,
continue with
no.
the show.
So
you keep talking with the
so
champ. We're
anyway,
good.
and you said Roman Reigns. I think Roman might lose one of the belts before it ever gets to WrestleMania. To be perfectly honest with you, okay. And I don't necessarily mean to Cody Rhodes either.
Who do you think he would drop it to?
I have
Just
my
asking your opinion.
I have my opinion, and I'm keeping it to myself for right now. And
Only if we had a platform for you to like talk about
and
stuff.
I'm allowed,
That'd be strange.
and I'm allowed to do that. Don't spit your tea out.
Nothing
on
went
your,
in. I
on
didn't
your
spit anything out.
Yeah, folks. Just so you know, the head guy here, he had a rough night. He's drinking hot tea.
I'm protecting my moneymaker, which is right here.
The best drink in the house, right there.
Well,
The
yours is cold. Mine
the
is hot.
The best thing for your vocal cords
Is what?
cold, not hot.
That's actually not true.
Check your Funk and Wagnall.
Listen, mine is still hermetically sealed in a mayonnaise jar on the porch of those
One's
people.
Hall of Famer, one's on Wikipedia.
So, anyway, can we get back to the show while he's messing around over there?
What are we talking about?
Rumor is he is
I don't know if
looking
you
for
pay attention,
legit
you'll
wrestling
figure it out.
couples for a new show. If the show is greenlit, it could be the way Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green come back to WWE. Personally, I'm tired of wrestling couple shows.
Just give Matt 5 minutes and let him talk about Cardona and Chelsea Green, and I can go back.
Well, go ahead. We're going to talk about it. You have time. Don't
Let's
worry
see
about
if this gets
Just give Matt the 5 minutes.
Matt Cardona is a million times more entertaining than Bruno Sammartino ever was in his life.
it. There you go.
So I hope that. So I hope Matt and Chelsea somehow come back to WWE. I hope it's not for a reality show, but
Yeah,
they're two extremely entertaining talents that I want to see back on national television.
Right, in a ring. Not
In a ring, not-
There are too many wrestling couple shows. I mean, the Miz and Maurice is okay. You had Cody and Brandy for one season, but of course that didn't continue because of the AEW departure and all that stuff. But look, people like it because it's behind the scenes stuff in a way. But I'm with you. I want to see him in the ring.
Even with
You
like
just
the
keep typing there, triple fingers.
with like E wanting to do like a WWE couple show, I wonder how mad they are that Hulu already signed Bianca Belair and Montez Ford, because that's like the wrestling couple right now.
Yep.
Don't you think though WWE has some residuals coming on that? I can't imagine they would have been allowed to do that without.
Oh,
somebody's
I'm sure
approval.
it's like WWE like production
Right.
approved or whatever. I'm sure it's a WWE production thing, but
Chief Kevin Buckler is asking if you're joking with your comments. So, Kevin.
I'm sure he's talking about me and the.
Oh, the Bruno.
Bruno.
Kevin didn't clarify. But Ronald, what is your? Oh, Ronald put it in the chat room. Let's see what he says here. It would be a triple threat tag match with FTR, the Briscoe brothers, and the Usos. That was Ronald's. match. Okay.
It's happening.
I like it.
What about the Acclaim?
It's
Add
not
the-
my match.
I'm-
Ronald's asking
I'm
us
just
about
saying,
his match.
would you add the Acclaim in and make it a 4-way?
That's not Ronald's match.
That would be interesting.
He's adding 2 Ronald's match.
Kevin says he was talking to you, by the way.
I figured. I was just trying to get a rise out of Chief.
It didn't happen, did it?
But I have to get him off of Wikipedia first. He's still trying to figure out how to use a smartphone.
Hey,
I like the Acclaim, but they're not at the level of the other 3 yet.
I agree.
I agree with you, but you have to start somewhere and you have to be given a break. And we're better to get a break than with those 3 illustrious tag teams.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Acclaim against the Briscoe soon.
What a
they
big
just-
break to be in a hypothetical match. That the Usos are going to win no matter what.
See, I had it in my...
We're being very eloquent today.
Oh, eloquent. Another one. 2 words in the first segment. Wow. There is something sneaky in that drink there, huh, Chief?
Yeah, buddy.
Now Ronald, he's brown nosing you, Chief. He says, "I didn't think about that, Chief. It would be better." Of the triple threat,
Thank
in
you,
my
sir.
opinion,
I got your back, Ron. Trust me.
even though you yelled at him about moving,
Yeah.
FTR and Usos, I would actually more lean towards FTR in that
I would too.
FTR and the Usos.
Yeah.
in the triple threat.
You know what? I could see any of them winning it. Seriously,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
they're all 3 great tag teams.
Wouldn't that happen? Somebody
All-
would win.
All great 3 tag teams. And man, quit busting my chops, will you?
You weren't here
Any-
last week. We got to make up some ground.
Anyway, it would definitely put butts in the seats and
absolutely.
make some money.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, we're going to step aside for our first break. I know we have one more topic we'll talk about. We'll start off the next segment with that before we go into predictions. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Give us a call with your thoughts, ideas about the world of wrestling, your lifts. What do you guys like to do for traditions for the holidays? Give us a call, 702-329-6947. Let us know. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
Welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, during the break, we have a guest that is now joining us on the show. At this time, please welcome the Chief. He has finally joined the show in the second segment. Last rumor before we get to some predictions, and then we'll save the talk about last night perhaps in the second hour.
Yeah.
We'll do that there.
I think so.
Why is my mic off, sir?
Because you,
Huh? Oh, okay. Rumor.
because you weren't being polite.
I was, to you. That doesn't
Well-
affect my microphone.
Well,
Rumor is Sasha Banks will appear at Wrestle Kingdom next month.
Sasha
At the
Banks
Tokyo
will be
Dome.
Wrestle Kingdom
The
next month
capacity
at the
we don't
Tokyo
know.
Dome.
Oh, yeah. Act like that when you were talking about it during the break.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jennifer out in
Aloha,
Hawaii.
Jennifer.
Sasha Banks. So, I mean, what do you think in 3 months, as we get close to WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, where do you really think she's going to be? Let's be real in our own minds here.
She'll be back in WWE for the Royal Rumble.
Okay?
I don't know. Well, like, it's been rumors for like months that she's coming back like every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's turning into like the CM Punk thing all over again.
I think she's going to do a movie.
Actually, she just did a movie. She just finished shooting a movie.
I think she's gonna. If she actually appears at Wrestle Kingdom, they haven't really said if it's as a fan or as a competitor. Even though she wants the Kairi Sane match, if she's under WWE contract, she really can't. But nobody really knows what's going on because the stories change on like a weekly basis. It seems like.
Well, I don't.
Exactly.
Well, we have Carl Anderson going to Japan this week to defend his never openweight title against. What's his name? I can't think of his name at the moment.
Hikuleo.
Yeah, Hikuleo. So I think the match is going to end in a smash, and it's going to end up in another rematch at the Tokyo Dome. So, what?
I'm just listening to
Oh,
you.
well, when I said smalls, you gave me that look. You started staring at me when I
I'm
said
just sitting here.
smalls.
I didn't say a damn word. I'm just sitting here. If you want...
By the way, before we get any further, I do want to. We do need to send a shout out to the Wyndham family for those that may have missed the news.
Oh yeah.
Barry Wyndham suffered a major heart attack
I did talk to Kevin
Sullivan.
Hall of Famer,
Mhm.
Mr. Kevin Sullivan, last night, and
Right.
I asked him if he had talked to the Wyndham family, and Kevin did. He said that he's doing real well. He's coming along, and you're right. Prayers and thoughts out.
Absolutely, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but Bray Wyatt posted like a minute and a half little video with this, heartfelt comments about all of that. Ronald, you'll have to refresh my memory, sir. I barely remember what I did an hour ago. So
Good morning, Tommy.
good morning, Tommy Pop Guns Crawford.
Oh, you know what? Serious note.
Yes.
Miss Jennifer, could you tell us if you're safe out there, hon, with the volcano erupting?
Oh, yeah.
Just want to make sure you're okay out there in Hawaii.
Yeah, you're Chiefs only fan, so he wants to make sure you're good out there. So
There's a real good chance if she typed aloha, her fingers are at least doing well.
you know what? That's a great point. All right.
If she's listening, I don't think the lava's too close.
Up your nose with a rubber hose, buddy.
You just showed your age big time.
That's okay. You knew exactly what I mean. So
that's what
you
Jennifer-
showed your age too.
And that's what worries me.
Why don't you go suck a golf ball through a garden hose?
Oh my God.
You got to admit that was good.
was good.
Okay.
I have too much freaking fun on this show.
You guys missed me,
We
man.
did.
I know.
Ronald says the possible match at WrestleMania with Ray. Is that against Dominic? I honestly don't remember, Ronald. I think you said it should be against Dominic. Jennifer said yes, the volcano's on the big island, and she lives on Oahu, so she is safe.
Okay, my dear. Thank you.
All right, let's get to it. NXT Deadline predictions. That is tonight, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct, Armando.
Where we at?
And
Okay, here we go.
We're at Go Live Vegas Studios.
I'm ready.
We are in Las Vegas, Nevada.
NXT Deadline predictions. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Men's Iron Survivor match.
Now he takes over.
Axiom versus Carmelo Hayes versus Grayson Waller versus J.D. McDonough versus Joe Gacy. I'm picking Joe Gacy.
I will go with Grayson Waller.
Okay, one for Waller. One for
I'm going to pick Dollar Store Bray Wyatt, Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy.
Where the hell's he going with
Two
this?
for Gacy. what do we got over there, Mr. Hall of Famer?
I'm going to be not watching it because I'm going to be at my wife's school office party.
You can still make a pick.
Make a prediction. Don't cup out.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes.
All right.
Thank you.
Did you say Carmelo Hayes?
No, but I'm just saying thank you for making the prediction.
Fuck you.
Okay. Up next, Women's Iron Survivor match. Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell versus
And he talks about my
Kiana James versus Zoe Stark. I'll go last on this one.
I go Roxanne.
Quarter Jade.
Roxanne, Cora Jade, Mr. Hall of Famer.
Zoe Stark. Just to mix it up with everybody else.
I agree with you.
Oh, shit. Let me change my pick then.
Too late.
Too late. It's recorded.
NXT Championship match. Braun Breaker versus Apollo Crews.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I'll go Breaker. Even though I briefly thought about maybe Apollo with the upset, but no, it's Breaker.
Mr. Hall of Famer.
Thank you, Ronald. I'm going to say Apollo because I think Breaker's on his way up to the main roster. No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't. He agrees with me.
You stole my thunder. That's exactly what I was going to say. Apollo's going to win and Braun's going to the main roster.
So Ronald says that he posted it was Ray and Bad Bunny taking on Dominic and Damian Priest because Priest and Bad Bunny teaming last year. Got that side of the story, Ray and Dominic on that side. So that's what we could talk about.
What did you say to me about Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny versus Dominic one-on-one because Ray doesn't want to face Dominic in a singles match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now I remember.
But eventually they're going to have to. They can't continue to drag that story out.
If Ray doesn't want to.
Okay, now
Who's gonna force him?
we got coming up Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn? Isla Dawn?
Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn? Okay.
He can never
Yes,
yell
hold
at me
on.
about how I pronounce names ever again. That's two in this segment.
I'll go Elba Fire, but you skipped the tag
Miranda
match.
Elise.
Alba.
Alba, okay, 2 for Alba.
I agree because I have no clue who the other one is.
I got no idea which either one is, so I'm going with you guys.
And then the NXT Tag Team Championship, Pretty Deadly versus the New Day.
That's still an upset, actually. I'm going New Day.
Is that really an upset if the New Day beats Pretty Deadly?
Who's in?
I think it's the opposite.
Who's in Pretty Deadly?
Pretty Deadly's the Australian guys,
Yeah.
right? No, I like them. Pretty Deadly's winning. Okay. So
Did you
got
give your?
one-
Oh, you did.
one for
Yeah, one New Day.
It's a New Day. Yes,
one
it
for-
is.
You going New Day?
Yep.
Oh, feel the power.
Who you going? Who you going for over
I'm going to
there?
take New Day, and you know why? I read an article that they're thinking.
You
they're
actually read, huh?
I do. It was in
Okay.
Braille.
Okay.
That they're even thinking about keeping New Day down in NXT for a while. So if that's the case, if they're going to keep them down there, then I think they should have the belts until said time. Maybe they're for whatever reason, but I think New Day will win.
That's a way you want to upgrade make your tag team division step up. Put them against the New Day, who's a incredibly established tag team.
You know, let me ask an honest question though. You bring Apollo Crews down, you bring New Day down, okay? Apollo, just hypothetical. Apollo Crews wins the belt. New Day wins the belt. Is it fair to the young ones that are down there working their butts off?
If it's for training purposes, like Matt was suggesting, absolutely bring them down and let them train against one of the best tag teams.
And
So-
I don't disagree with you, but the point I'm trying to make: should New Day and Apollo Crews kind of automatically get the championship belts, or should the belts stay on the kids?
Is it any different when Charlotte Flair comes out of the blue for a match? She's automatic. You know,
Just answer my question.
I am.
I don't care about Charlotte
I
Flair,
am.
damn
Same
it.
company,
just,
how they handle it.
just answer
Same
the
thing,
question.
isn't it?
Just answer the question.
Yes, I do think it's fine because they did it with Charlotte. God damn it!
That's all you had to do is answer the question.
I did with the same
not-
reasoning.
It's not that freaking hard.
Let me check Wikipedia for my answer
No,
real quick.
It's not that hard. And you only got one device over there.
What do you
So
mean
it's
one
not
device?
like you're doing anything.
No, because I'm doing my job. That's why
You
I'm
know?
focused on what we're doing here.
I look up here.
So do I.
See, there's a good answer. Pretty Deadly's a version of Smoking
See, but the
Guns.
fact that everybody sees it, we don't
That's
always have to read them.
That's outstanding.
Less is more, you know.
Yeah, well, I like reading the comments. That
You
the
could read
guests
them on your
put-
phone,
that
too,
the
because they're
and I can
Facebook.
read it on the iPad too.
It's bigger print, that's why.
Yeah.
It's a Reader's Digest version.
It's in Braille, so you can read it.
They still
My agent
they
translates for me. Oh,
they
never
still-
mind. I better learn Braille.
Oh, hey,
They still make those.
by the way, fans, I brought in the pad of paper,
But he still
It's
has nothing
blank.
to write with.
Guess
There's
what?
nothing
Guess
on
how
it.
much is written on it.
So that
There's nothing to write
so
for,
that
so
Aaron's
yeah.
agent can do his job.
I
Yeah,
get
maybe if we would have like
all
wrote
I
down
can-
our predictions, maybe.
He's doing that on his own right there.
some historian we have.
Touch my paper, man.
By the way, as if
He's
we
just putting dots on there. He ain't gonna know what the hell he's gonna put next week.
That's right.
as if Chief's not fired
Shoot,
up
I don't-
enough. You
I
know
don't
what time
know
it is?
I don't know 5 minutes after I'm done with this show. Are you kidding me?
All they put were like dashes next to the predictions. There ain't no names. You know, you ain't gonna
Yeah, how
know
you
who the
gonna-
hell picked who.
I know, like you would use a
I
M
use-
or A or. You know.
I use Morse code on my phone.
I hate his screensaver because every time he shows it to me, it's a rainy flipping day, and I think it's raining outside. It's like,
I showed
Every
it to him,
flippin'
I said-
time.
He says, "Is it raining outside?" I said, "What the hell you talk?" And then
and he shows me his fucking phone. I'm like, it's fucking raining. No, it's not. I'm like, shit. Ronald says, I do need a new agent. Ronald, I'm taking resumes. I'm taking applications. All right.
He
Even though,
needs a new agent. That's-
hey, listen, he's not here all the time. He could do probably a better job when you're here, even though you're here.
You do a better job from Florida.
That's exactly right. Anyway, listen, Chiefs
Doesn't
fired
take
up
much.
already, as
whoa,
if
whoa,
we
watch
didn't
it!
realize
Don't
that.
knock the glass over.
I got it. It was fine.
Just don't.
It's
knock.
a sippy cup.
Hey, what the hell's that?
Sippy cup.
I got it. I forget. Liz asked me a question. I don't remember. Damn it.
His first cup is made of wood.
Something about metal cups. Metal cups. Some type of metal cup that you can drink hot or cold in.
That is correct. They're like these. That's what this is.
I forget what the name of it is, though.
Tumbler, hot and cold tumbler.
I might be
Like a thermos.
I might
Yeah,
be getting
it's a
some.
thermos.
I might be getting some.
Okay. With our logo on it?
Hey,
Ronald says at least he'd be prepared
Quiet,
all the
Ronald.
time.
No one cares.
Hey,
right, let's
anyway,
go.
it is time. Even though Chiefs already fired up, it is now time for the Chiefs.
Hey, good morning, folks. It's the Chief. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. I had to be reminded what my rant was about today. Anyway, Mr. Tony Khan, I'm going to pick on you today, you jabroni. You're a wrestling fan and a owner of a wrestling company. Not one company, but two companies. And the one company, it doesn't do too bad. You got it on what? 2 nights a week, 1 night a week, 2 nights a week, and then you got it on YouTube. Well, what about your other company called ROH? You have some excellent wrestlers in that company. And in my opinion, you're trying to bury them. What's going to happen today after Jericho wrestles Claudio Castagnoli? Is Claudio going to go away? Or is he going to stay on AEW with Jericho's faction? And then you got the Briscoes wrestling in a tag team match, I believe. Mm-hmm. And if they lose today, where are they going? They haven't been on AEW, and they're probably they're one of the better tag teams you have in the AEW community, and you're not using them. So are you a wrestling fan or are you an owner? Because it seems right now, to me, you're not doing either one too well. So maybe you ought to give your money back to your dad and let your dad run the company. So you folks, you can see out there, I'm really not happy, man. ROH was a decent show. I'm not going to say it was a great show. It was a decent show. They put on good matches. We were fortunate enough to see them out here a few times, and they put on hell of a match and a hell of a show. But to me right now, it looks like Tony Khan's trying to bury ROH and have it go away. So that's the Chiefs rant over and out today.
All right, Ronald shares that it's a double dog collar match.
Mm-hmm.
That had more emotion in it than that little Thomas tantrum last week.
Yeah, where's Thomas's tantrum? Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, after last week's debut, we have shit canned that segment.
Okay? I did okay
was
today.
good.
That was very good.
All right,
that was
I
very
did
good. But we
okay.
like the other one. Where's it? There we go. Here's the real logo for
What
Thomas's
the hell was
tantrum.
this?
This is
Last week.
we
Oh,
filmed,
yeah, that's right.
and he got fired after that. That segment will never come back.
Thomas's tantrum.
It's funny as hell though. That just that picture alone is funny.
Thomas
If I ever
alone,
got to do one, it's going to be Matt's meltdown.
Thomas
There we
alone
go.
is funny.
I like that one. All right, good. But you know what, Chief? I agree with you 1,000%. You don't see or hear anything about ROH, and he's just doing nothing with it. It's a shame because the legacy of ROH is in so many of today's performers.
Yeah.
It's a shame that what he's doing, or should we say, not doing with it.
All right, Jericho's got a belt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
He's going against Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why that match? It's going to be a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from the guys. It's going to be a great match. But what does it really have to do with ROH? Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the other one is the Briscoes. Okay. A great tag team. They're not getting used. They're on the shelf. Well, I'm going to tell you what, my opinion, them boys is as good as Young Bucks, in my opinion.
Oh, they are. I
All
think
right,
they're- I
in
think
my-
Better than the young
Yeah,
guys.
they're way
in my
better than the
opinion.
Bucks.
Now, granted, the Bucks, I guess, have, financially or something, they're in ownership with AEW. I get that. But you know what? Put them in a match and may the best team win. And the best team that wins stays on AEW and the other one gets shelved. If you're going to do it right, Tony, do it the right way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not doing any justice to that at all.
What doesn't Samoa Joe have one of the
I was
belts?
just-
He's
Yep.
a TV champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, he's the king of television
Ring
because he has the TV title.
Ring
yeah.
of Honor, right?
Yeah, he's
TV.
TV. Yeah.
What are they going to do with that?
I mean, they got two.
Are they shelving him?
They got two
They might.
high-profile guys with these belts, and the fact that they're using those names with those belts and not doing anything with them, that's not good for business.
I'm sure he's got to be working on a TV deal behind the scenes or something for Ring of Honor.
I mean, we'll find out tonight after the pay-per-view and the media scrum. That's when we're going to talk
Yeah.
about more.
Oh, yeah.
Because his whole rant came about because Tony Khan said, addressing the critics, saying that there's too much Ring of Honor on AEW TV, and Tony Khan said, well, after Final Battle, I'm taking away a lot of the ROH stuff, so you're not going to see much. So
Yeah.
what does that mean? Like, is Jericho going to go away? Or is FTR going to go away?
Is Claudio going
Claudio
away?
Is Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia going to go away? That's what we're wondering, because Tony Khan said he's pulling back on the Ring of Honor stuff on AEW TV.
They wouldn't really be going away. They'd be bigger stars in, like, Ring of Honor than they would in AEW because they're kind of being put on the... Anybody putting on the back shelf of AEW would be better off on, like, the front of Ring of Honor.
Here's what I don't understand. Yeah, AEW has the two shows on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They have the two, am I right, two
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
every week.
Yep.
Why don't they do a YouTube ROH at least every week?
True.
He could. You don't really need a dark elevation.
You can keep them. You can keep them. Tony Khan can afford to put another YouTube show on.
Yeah, you can do a third one, yeah.
All right? Make it an ROH show.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor deserves the respect to be on national television.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, it does, yes. But until he gets there, maybe put it on YouTube until you get a TV
Rumor
deal.
has it he has some connections with some television networks. This shouldn't be real an issue.
I just...
It shouldn't, but do they want? But does Warner Discovery want more wrestling on their networks?
They're happy with the low ratings of Dynamite, so what's one more?
I just look...
And Rampage.
I look at when ROH has been out here, and I'll call it, at Sam's Town, and some of the shows that ROH put on with not just their wrestlers, but wrestlers that came in from New Japan and across the pond like that. There was some bangers and matches. And we had some damn fine shows put on by ROH.
ROH put on better shows than WWE has sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Banger after banger after banger after banger.
I said my piece. Thank you, sir.
It's all good. Gave me an opportunity to rest my voice for a couple of minutes.
I was trying hard.
And
I knew
appreciate
you
that.
were struggling over
That's
there.
all right. I appreciate it.
I could take my false teeth out
No,
and
please
take
don't.
a couple minutes
No.
more. Oh, okay.
Takes you that long to take them out?
Sometimes.
That's a personal problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't
I have to
accidentally
get. I
swallow
got to
them.
get the wooden toy out to
So you
help
got
with it. Yeah.
to chisel them out, right?
Yeah.
What kind of wooden toy?
The one that's up on the
Doesn't need
screen.
batteries. Insert 4 double D batteries. Anyway, all right, let's step aside for our second break of the hour. A little early. This way we have a little more time to go to the top with a lot of news to come. Second hour will be coming up soon where we'll talk about last night, UWW 3. We'll talk about the winner of the fundraiser. We'll talk about all that stuff and more. When we come back, we'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
It's your boy, Sub Foxy. I'm here with my man, Big T. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mod, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the Ultimate Finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Devari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news. Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
Wow. Well, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the Las Vegas, Nevada.
Chief's getting educated.
He's getting edumacated.
Yes. I'm
Oh,
so
my
glad
goodness.
to be back, man. It was nice being on the phone, but I'm glad I'm back and getting.
But you were watching, though, too, last week.
And getting abused. I feel so much better.
Well, we abused you last week in absentia, you know.
Yeah, well, it was pretty weak. In live is always better.
That is true. That's very
All right,
true.
where are we going?
All right, let's go into some items off the WWE report. Matt, why don't you get us started with an item there?
After being attacked by Solo Sikoa, it looks like Matt Riddle has been written off of TV for the foreseeable future. I don't know if it's because of like a legit injury or just storyline purposes.
6 weeks of vacation.
Or it could just be a vacation that he needed. I don't know. But during the attack, it was kind of cool to see Solo paying homage to Umaga.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe might be rehab.
Good.
I don't really care about Riddle, so him being off TV, like goodbye.
He'll be
All right,
back.
bro.
He'll be back in time for Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, he'll be back for
Oh,
the
yeah.
Rumble.
Next
Yeah,
time.
bro.
Hey, you see my boy Solo though.
Oh yeah, he's been that way in every vignette with all of that. Even on last night's.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh, that lava must be sifting all the way over there. Getting the
How much did
flames.
you pay her to say that?
Hey, she's coming in the end of the month, right?
That is correct,
Okay.
sir. But you're right. Solo in every
Just like
is
this.
always. Though there are a couple of times when he's like this, he's throwing the number 1 up like this
Yeah.
off his arm, not up.
That-
But
That's because he had a twitch in his finger.
well,
he meant
what
to-
would it be if it was
he
the
meant-
Jake Roberts
he
finger?
meant to go this way.
Right, that's what I was going to say. The Jake
The
Roberts. way.
Jake Roberts salute.
So there are predictions out there that because the people are thinking that when you see them standing in the ring, he's kind of off by himself and wondering what.
no,
but
no.
who the hell knows? You know. But you're right.
He's
Solo.
he's the enforcer.
He
He's
is.
got to stay to the side to
Right.
keep an eye out on the ramp in case someone tries to do anything funny.
No, I agree with that. I agree that it's just the look. He's got their backs. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
question.
He's the enforcer. He's got to look serious.
But I can tell you, in last week's SmackDown, last night's, Jay impressed upon the honorary Oos, since Roman's supposed to be back next week on SmackDown, to kind of clean his look up a little bit. They may have something special in store for him. Cut his hair, trim the beard a little bit, look sharp for the Tribal Chief next week. So who knows? Who knows what's brewing? All right, pick one, Matt. I mean, Thomas, Matt, over there. Thomas, holy shikes.
Ever insult me
I'm
like
so
that
sorry.
ever again in your life?
Please accept my apology, Matt. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll never do that again.
Alexa Bliss and Bayley won their respective triple threat matches on Monday night and will face each other this coming Monday to determine the next challenge for Bianca Belair. So I'm thinking it's going to be Bayley again. Bayley Bianca Part 4.
I think since Damage Control cost Becky the match, Becky is going to cost Bayley the match, Alexa's going to win, and then we get Bayley versus Becky at the next pay-per-view.
Okay.
Of a podcast, I know things.
You at least share them. You at least share them, Matt.
I'll put
Chief-
them on Wikipedia,
You're-
so Chief will know.
I think Charlotte Flair's going to win.
What? What? Charlotte Flair's going to win and automatically get into the championship bout?
Yes.
What a prognostication that is. Like that one prognostication.
What would that do for the main roster if you just have all these people
Right,
come
they
in
keep
and
coming back
just
and-
come in and win matches?
Well,
I
hell,
mean,
instead of
Shotzi-
having to lower
well,
people.
hell, if you're going to send them down to NXT
Shotzi
and
then
let
just
them
lost her
win,
spot now that she's
and let
coming
them
up.
win down in NXT, Charlotte can come back and step right in and
You
win.
just
There
made
you
my
go.
argument. You just made my argument
I,
from
re-
before.
I rest my case.
Thank you for telling us we were right, Chief.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
Chief, pick an item off the list there, if you would, sir.
Carrion and Scarlett to face Madcap Moss and Emma on live event this week.
It'd be cool to finally see Scarlett in a WWE ring.
Yeah.
Should be on TV, but
Well, that's don't they usually use the live events to sort of
Yeah.
test out potential directions, right?
Yeah. So they could be backing out of the Kid Lacrosse Ray feud for right now.
No, from what I saw last night, he had a little vignette with Ray last night with Scarlett. So maybe not, but there's something else brewing here, and I think possibly it could be more of the of Scarlett being more active, going against who is she going against? Going
Emma.
Against Emma, and have that storyline start while the boys do their thing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Could be, yeah.
Chief, your thoughts, because you brought that one up. He knows things he can't tell us.
Maybe they're testing it to see if some stupid fan's going to throw another beer.
it's when they know you're doing your job right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
If you're a heel and you can piss off fans that much, you're good.
Now you're getting my point. Point noted.
Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns both suffered from busted eardrums at War Games. Drew is advertised for holiday shows. Roman isn't, which is why he's appearing next week, I'm guessing, without being active in the ring from what it appears. But listen, broken eardrums suck, but the fact that Drew's going to be able to come back maybe was not as severe as thought because he missed television this past week.
I think Drew's going across the pond for a few weeks.
A little R&R?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen, at this time of
and
year,
you know
they
what?
deserve it.
Rightly so.
Absolutely.
Rightly so.
They deserve whatever time off that they can get.
I wish they'd go back into the archives and pull some Bruno matches out, and then all the active wrestlers can have a couple weeks off for the holidays. That would be awesome.
Because everyone would fall
Could you
asleep.
see that, man? Bruno, Pedro Morales, Baron Mikel Cicluna, Arnie Skolin, the Sicilians. You knuckleheads don't know who that
I
is.
do.
That's Tony Altamori and Lou Albano.
I know. Yeah.
Triple H would be like, let me check the ratings. Why is it .00001?
The Valiants. Okay. That would
Apparently,
be
the
awesome.
rating is one person in Las Vegas from 70 to 79 years old.
That would be awesome.
I don't know what happened.
Sponsored by Jared.
That would be awesome.
Why is Raw suddenly sponsored by Fixodent and AARP? Strange.
You know, let me tell you something, young man. If it wasn't for Vince McMahon Sr., there wouldn't be no WWE. And that man had the foresight to bring in.
If it wasn't for the forefathers, we wouldn't have the United States of America either. WWE is more entertaining now than it was.
I hate to see what your Mount Rushmore looks like, let me tell you.
Tessa Blanchard, Alexa Bliss, and Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, there you go.
But here's the funny part.
Called one-way conversation.
If they were to pull up those ratings for what Chief suggests, I got to admit, it would probably be a 1.5 because I probably watched some of them. And I'll tell you why. I've been watching the Tales of the Territories, going back into those old, and I was talking with Kevin last night about it.
He's been watching them too.
I'll tell you what, just the names that they've been bringing up in these stories.
Oh, yeah.
It does make it nostalgic. And I got to admit, I would find those matches, because for me, I grew up watching them in MSG once a quarter on pay-per-views.
Yeah.
We've
all gone back and watched him. Half of it's just to get a rise out of him.
When we used to have the old black box.
That's right. You had to punch the buttons on the old cable box. That's right. Click, 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 click.
Yep.
And then you get the black box to steal the pay-per-views from MSG.
In all honesty, they were great matches.
Again, different era in how the matches were presented.
Absolutely.
And
you see what we've got today?
They put on a mean headlock.
Today, it's a total athlete. Okay, I'm not saying they're professional wrestlers.
Right.
They're athletes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they were brick shithouses that smoked cigars and drank beer and went into bars and fought.
But then you had, but a lot of them at least physically had, they were not like Nate Newman of Cowboys, linemen who, except for two guys, they were not athletic, but boy, they could wrestle. Gorilla Monsoon, Haystacks Calhoun.
Yeah.
Could you see Bruiser and Crusher wrestling today?
They'd destroy anybody in their path. No, they would win the titles, and they would make the Usos' tenure right now look like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, but I'll tell you, in my opinion, and we heard Kevin talk a lot about it yesterday, and that's the psychology of wrestling.
Yes.
The psychology of telling a story.
Yes.
And he, in the matches that he was helping behind the scenes last night, you could see the difference in the psychology going on in the match versus some of the other matches. And not that they were terrible, but you can see the imprint of understanding the importance of psychology in a match. And in that final special feature, 2 out of 3 falls, which we'll talk about in the second hour, if you didn't take notes on the psychology of wrestling in that one match alone, then you don't understand the value of psychology in wrestling. Take psychology and add it to the physicality and the athletic ability of the people today, we would have a home run every minute, every hour of wrestling that we have on all platforms across the country.
And I guarantee you there's enough gentlemen and ladies like Kevin who can teach the psychology and teach the ring awareness.
Let me tell you, I last night was the first night that I obviously got to see Tessa in person wrestle. Okay, like everybody, you watch her on TV, you see, you know the lineage, and we were actually talking about that on commentary. I had Jenny Santana, second generation, right? Tito.
Yeah.
To my right, I had Shaul Guerrero. The Guerrero family is legendary, right?
Like, what, fourth
and
generation?
You had Chief first generation.
With an eraser. But anyway.
You're like 5th generation by yourself.
I had the belt.
Me, myself, and I. That's
you got that right.
And then you watch Tessa. We know the lineage there. I mean, I was just in awe of the lineage and history of wrestling that I was sitting around. And during one of the moves, I forgot which match it was. Someone put the camel clutch on I forgot which one it was. And Shaw mentions that it was her grandfather.
Yep.
that started and created that hold.
Yeah,
And bringing that kind of information.
Gory.
Bringing
Yeah.
that information to share the psychology of how these things are done. But that match last night was textbook. And you could see, I mean, mentally, I got to be honest, when you go back and listen to the commentary on this, Jennifer was involved in some other stuff, which we saw last night.
Yes.
Shaw and I, when that match ended, we were tired. We were exhausted calling that match because everything they did, from taking a breath to bending a finger to going, everything was done to perfection, and we were exhausted just calling that match because of all that. The physicality, my God.
That was the most intense women's match I have seen in years.
I wish I had a video just focused on Tessa's face because I kept talking about her focus, the intensity in those eyes. Nothing, her eyes were so intense the entire time. There was no way that she was not going to lose focus. And forget about all the trash talking in the ring and all that. That's part of it. But my God, what a lesson. You talk about psychology 101. Mm-hmm. It was in that match last night.
You know who else, second generation, that was there last night?
Who's that?
Santana Garrett.
That's right.
Her dad wrestles.
I forgot about that. That's right.
Or wrestled, I should say.
Yeah, I mean.
But there's another, generational
But the
wrestler.
psychology, and that's what's, I think, missing today. I think some get it today, but not like it was pre-1990s in our unofficial dividing line of, old stuff to modern era. But
you know what? I know.
Carrion can tell a story.
I know that when Matt gets on my case, it's all in love. And
yeah, he loves to get on your case.
And we love professional wrestling.
Correct.
Of course.
And that's what it's about.
There's a term in wrestling called marks, for those who don't know. That's just someone who, just goes. You've done it too. He's done it, and I've done it because we've
all done it,
right? And like Chief said, I was a mark last night when I went up to Tessa. First of all, early on, first thing, she came up, said hello to you guys. You guys did the interview with her. I let her get settled, and I introduced myself. Thank you for doing it. I'm sorry I missed the interview. Oh, no problem. A couple of minutes later, she was over by herself, and I walked over. I said, "Listen, Tessa," I said, "I got to tell you, this is an honor for me to be on the microphone, being able to call a match of yours. That's like a bucket list item." Okay, yeah. I marked out, no question. I marked out talking to Kevin Sullivan in the green room before the night started. He told me some backstories about the night Bob Backlund beat superstar Billy Graham for the title in the Garden that nobody knows. I now know that story, and I shared it with a couple of individuals last night. But you can't help but mark out to being the fan that you are deep down, because otherwise this show and any other wrestling talk show that's out there, from Busted Open to us to the Vegas Bad Boys, all those people that talk about wrestling across the country, TRC, Top Rope Collectibles, to do what they do, all wrestling fans. You can't be a fan and be able to do what we do for the love and the enjoyment of pro wrestling, because we understand what pro wrestling is. Yep. It's entertainment to the bottom line, but there's a way to do it right. There's a way to do it wrong, and the psychology is missing from pro wrestling today on such a grand scale that when psychology does go on in the ring, we don't see it because we're not used to seeing it. But last night, you saw that match. That was a master's class in psychology last night.
I almost got a mini rant when we start talking about UWW.
Me and the man are like this. You got to admit that.
Oh, absolutely.
When he walked out and saw me.
Oh, listen, let me tell you. I got to tell you, Kevin walked out.
We buds, man.
Kevin walked out, saw, because I was in the back, and I asked him to come out and sign the post. Yeah, no, I'd love to. And I told him what it was for, whatever. Oh, I'd love to. Thank you for asking me, he says. Comes out from behind the curtain. Gosh darn, thank God there's a lid on there. Sees him. He actually saw you. He remembered you, Matt, when you were driving him, Sees him, and they're like bosom buddies, like they'd never seen. And I don't know if you've ever met him in the past or not. Obviously, you have. You've crossed paths. But, man, he recognized him, shook hands. Kevin's smile went on his face. He said, "You old dog, you," and they're shaking hands. Okay, how can you not get excited and be that little girl screaming inside, "Oh, my God, it's like in sync, yay!" How can you not do that?
He's a class. The vast majority of wrestlers that we meet are fantastic people.
And people decide that.
They portray a good or a bad.
Yep.
And that's what gets it over.
Correct. Absolutely. It's And I had that conversation last night. Yeah, Tommy, I noticed Kevin was wearing a Bostonian cap, and being a Yankee fan, I had to hold my tongue that he was wearing a Red Sox hat, because I'd be damned if I wanted him to take me out if I said something.
He's a huge Boston fan. We got into that conversation when I was driving him around.
Oh, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, I have to implore anybody that did not see any of the Tales of the Territory episodes that Kevin was on.
Yes.
Because I commented to him. I said, I watched
Yes.
it, and he asked me which one, and I got to be honest, I saw them all.
Yeah,
but the story of, I said Florida, but let me tell you, the one that I went back to thinking about, the episode where they talked about the Pacific Hawaiian promotion, that's the one that really continues to grab me. And you see not a different side, but you see a side of Kevin sharing those stories and memories at that table with the couple of other guys and gals that were there.
Yeah, Lance.
My God.
Anderson.
Yeah, it was just crazy stuff. But anyway, let's get into hour number 2. With that, let's step aside for our top of the hour break. When we come back, hey, we're going to lead right off with last night. We might as well segue into UWW, talk about what's going on. You can visit their social media pages if you already haven't to get a sneak peek as to what happened last night. Videos will be out there soon, etc.
It was epic.
It was epic. We'll be right back. Thoughts Count Anywhere, hour 2 coming up.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2. Thoughts Count Anywhere from Go Live Vegas Studios in the heart of Las Vegas. Hashtag Thoughts Count Anywhere. Any thoughts on pro wrestling? What's your list? Give us a list of anything you want. Top 3 of something that you like, you don't like, holiday traditions, whatever you want. Just shoot it up there in Twitter land or here in the chat room. Or better yet, we want to make sure the phones are working. Give us a call, 702-329-6947. And also want to... welcome everybody out there on the Go Live Vegas app. Afua, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I apologize. On Twitter, says wrestling is not like before with the sad face emoji. It's you know what? It's very different now than it was then, and I think that's why. And I'm going to agree. It's not the same.
I think it's more like it's more a performance now. Instead of like more of like
they want the flippy shit.
Yeah. I guess.
Who would you rather watch in a match right now, Fabulous Moolah or Tessa Blanchard?
Well,
be honest.
Jesse on Twitter says, I'm going to bail out of that conversation.
Tessa.
So much wrestling today.
Don't bail out on it. Come on.
So much wrestling today. I'm excited. Thank you, Jesse. What's your favorite wrestling? Who do you like to watch, Jesse? Let us know. Today, in today's world of pro wrestling, if she was at her top then, wrestling Tessa today, I would take Tessa hands down.
Turkey, mashed potatoes, and pecan pie.
Oh, that's your tradition for Thanksgiving?
That's my top 3.
Foods overall?
Yep.
Oh, cool. There you go. Turkey, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie?
Yep.
That's not bad.
Pecan
pie. I'm sorry. That's not, well, it started with a P. That's not a bad list.
I
That's not a
like
bad list. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good list. All right, let's get to some results from last night, fellas.
You won't admit
see, I
that
was-
Tessa is better than Fabulous.
I was
He's trying to
listening.
avoid that shit.
I said it.
No,
You,
he's like,
you heard what I said. I said Tessa.
I thought he was talking about Aaron avoiding it.
But I'll tell.
I said Tessa also.
Well, he tried to avoid it.
I'll say one thing, and I mean
I do
this
try
with
to keep
all,
the show going.
all respect.
Okay.
Moolah could put butts in the seats. She's one of the best women.
She always did. I
She's
think.
one of the best women heels I've ever seen.
Even when her and Mae Young would come out,
Oh, God.
just to make those appearances and stuff. I think you're right. And back in the day when WWE used to do like fundraising events at schools and stuff like that, my synagogue did a fundraiser. My mom and dad were the fundraiser, and we had those guys come out. We had Fabulous Moolah. We had the Wild Samoans. We had Hillbilly Jim. We had Hercules Hernandez. These were all there that night. And let me tell you, the crowd was probably most responsive to Fabulous Moolah. You know, and
she was nasty.
Listen, you could read. You know, if you saw the Dark Side of the Ring story, I don't know how much of that was true, but listen, you know, that was the time back then. Things were done very differently.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
All right, fellas, let's get into it. It's talking about women wrestling. UWW 3 last night. Jennifer Santana and company. Huh?
Excuse me. What was it?
I'm
Chief?
trying to hold decorum because hold on. UWW 3 is in the past. We got to prime up for the next one, which will be
UWW 4.
See the difference? What I'm trying to do here? Don't fucking interrupt me again, Mr.
Hey,
Agent.
we need to do a shout out before we get started, though.
To
our great sponsor last night. That
Big
was
B Financial.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bernard Barchi and Company. They were the main sponsor last night on the ring, right dead center in the mat.
Yep.
By the way, Alice did do what we kind of asked her to last week, have as much action right on the middle of that Big B, Big B logo last
She
night.
did.
But Bernard had a great time. He was in the suite right above us.
Upper deck.
Which he literally had a view of the over the ring, just like we had at the commentary table. But he was up and over. I saw he posted some videos. I didn't get a chance to look at them yet. I quickly saw him, but I know we had a good time. So thank you to Big B Financial.
Absolutely.
Thank you to the Mayweather folks who did the filming last night. Thoughts Count Anywhere, of course. We were on there.
The Las Vegas wrestling scene.
Thank you. The Las Vegas wrestling scene was there.
Pay by Face.
Pay by Face was there. There was only like 5 or somebody. Well, I posted a picture on my Facebook page of the screen. So yes, but Big B Bernard, thank you, sir. Great. That was me. I just hit the bar. All right, let's get to it. Speaking of which, I believe if memory serves, which I don't know if it really does or does not, because nothing serves me well. But the first match last night, I believe, was the tag title, was it not, sir?
No, it was Viperous and.
That's what I said. Zyra and Viperous opened up last night.
Correct.
Oh, I also had the logos right here.
It's
of all the
okay.
sponsors.
It's all right.
You know, Mr. Agent, your job is to keep me straight. Jeez, what the hell am I doing?
We're all tired today, so
Man,
You went to the dollar store and got an agent for some reason.
Man, I
And
thought I was losing it. I'm not sure, buddy.
And I can't return it. I lost the receipt. That's the other problem. All right, Zyra and
you're
Viperous.
stuck with me, buddy.
Oh, shit. Zyra and Viperous opened up the match, the card last night. Thoughts?
They started it off right.
I loved both their entrances.
That was a
They were-
banger.
Yeah,
that was a banger of a match.
Yeah, they did well.
It was a good match. I've been bugging UWW to bring in Viperous since day one.
Yep.
I even told her that when I saw her, and she was like, "Oh, thanks. I love this. I like this place.
Yep.
Hope to come back."
Well, she has a better.
They were
agent.
both real cool. So
She has a better agent than I do. You helped her get
everybody
here.
has a better agent than you.
I got
I've
him
heard
a good,
stories.
Hey, I got him a good spot. He had in between 2 beautiful women last night. Can't ask for anything more.
That's where he put himself.
Thank you for noticing that. I asked him one simple little thing to do for me before when they get a protein bar for me because mine disappeared, by the way.
It was
There you
good
go,
too.
Ronald.
It was good.
So
Shut up, Ronald.
my protein
Go
bar,
away.
my protein bar was absconded with by a certain chief.
Yes.
And so I asked my producer, my bag, just because I was doing something, it just stands there. I told him where needless to say, I had to go get my own protein bar. Anyway,
And even then, we had like all this line of like a huge meet and greet. I'm like, go sell your clients. Try to get some, and he's
just standing.
I
there,
appreciate
blocking my
it,
view.
so I could take my medicine.
Well, see, there you go.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
glad it helped you. Besides annoying me that you took the bar, I'm glad it was good for you. Okay, so who won that match last night?
Viperous.
Viperous.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get you guys to converse about it.
Sorry.
We know we were kind of there.
I know. But we got to let them know they all
I
won.
rang the damn bell for the match.
Yes,
I
you
know who
did.
won.
I love their entrances. I thought they were very good. I was impressed with them. I hope that we see them more often as time goes. But I like their match. I thought they did very, very well, evenly matched together.
Yeah.
They performed well. So I thought it was a good match.
I did like how they had their names on the big screen above the ring.
They had that for everybody. How they had the entrance stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
That looked awesome.
That looked awesome, and they had, of course, when the winner of the match was up, they put that up there as well.
Yes.
I would have gotten it for you. See, even Ronald would have gotten it for me faster than you would have my protein
Shut up,
bar.
Ronald. No one cares.
He could have emailed it to me or mailed it to me overnight. For crying out loud.
Carrier pigeon.
You're hired, Ronald.
Ronald, you're on retainer, dude. Match number 2.
Yes, it was.
Was what? I don't remember the order.
Just
I know what the last one. I know what the last 2 were.
pick one.
All right, Christy James, Danny B. Let's go with that one.
That was the third one.
That was the
That's
third one.
okay.
That's okay. I'm
No,
just gonna,
fourth one.
doesn't matter. I'm going to pick my matches, except the last 2.
Danny B overcame Christy James.
That was also a blowover match. Little shady stuff though.
Little shady.
She grabbed the belt at one point.
Well, that's Christy's MO.
No, it wasn't Christy that grabbed
Danny
it.
grabbed
Danny
the belt.
grabbed it.
I know.
But here's the thing, though. Shut up. I'm having enough trouble focusing. I don't need this shit from you.
I loved it.
But I turned her shawl, though, and also when she came over and grabbed the belt, and then we saw how it played out, right? I was wondering, and I asked Shaw this, did she grab the belt with the intention of clobbering her over the head with it like we see most of the time when a ref's back is turned doing something, rather than as it played out, it ended up really just being a distraction, it looked like.
It was a distraction.
So it was, but she got it done.
And folks, just so we all know, Christy James, and Christy James. Danny B.
We'll now have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I call complete bullshit of shit you already knew.
And Danny B won the belt.
But I will say this, Danny
Till
B.
the next show.
I will say this though, Danny B. And I'm going to give her kudos for this. She was the first wrestler at the card last night to actually send in her bio information to me before anybody else. So I thanked her for that.
There is no way somebody's going to get off on Christy James like that twice in a row. Christy James is going to get revenge.
Well, then after the match.
Promise.
She's got to go to the bottom of the pile, man, and work her way back up.
So now
after the match, Danny kept the attack going, and then Santana Garrett came in.
Oh, there you go. There was another twist right there. We forgot about that.
Talk to me.
Danny kept going after Christy after the bell. Who came out to make the save?
Santana
Garrett. So that's another interesting piece of the puzzle.
Setting something up there.
Possible three-way at some point.
That could be an interesting tag team.
That would be, yeah.
The International Wonder Women.
Have those two go against. Well, we'll talk about the new
But
winners here in a second.
what does Chief know?
I don't know. You never tell us. You tell us everything's a secret. It's a secret. I can't tell. Anyway, so yes. By the way, this night was a night of firsts for a lot of reasons, but the first, no matter what's going to happen in the future of these champions, no one will ever be able to take away from their resume that the champions last night were the first ever champions in UWW history. So the first Nevada State title holder goes to Danny B. Congratulations to Danny.
They go down in the legendary stature.
There you go. Maybe somebody's Mount Rushmore of UWW someday.
Lady Toppa, Lady Toppa, Lady Toppa, Lady Toppa.
We'll get to that match. There's a whole lot to take apart in that match. That's for darn sure. All right, let's talk about the new tag title winners as well, since we're talking about titles at that point. The Renegade Twins took on the Vanity Twins. It was the first time the Vanity Twins, I believe, appeared in UWW.
Yeah, it was the first time. It was a good match.
I've never seen the Vanity Twins before, but I was very impressed with them.
Absolutely, they were, and
they're scrappers.
I think we all agreed that it was going to be the Renegade Twins that would win, and they did.
Yeah.
The cohesiveness of the Renegade Twins, even the Vanity Twins. I mean, you need to have cohesive unity in a tag team to be fluid and be successful. We've seen the Renegade Twins here now 3 times locally in UWW, but they, of course, have AEW history. They've been on TV. They run that. The Vanity Twins, they held their own. And I hate to say I did this during the interview during intermission, and I kicked myself right after I said it, and I did not mean it.
Yes, you did.
I spoke to the Renegade Twins first, and then I brought the Vanity Twins up. They were still all down there, and I introduced them. I said, ladies, it was a great endeavor tonight, but you came up a little short in your effort, and then people picked up on that. I don't know if you heard that. These ladies are probably 5'3", 5'4", at best, maybe 5'5". And I didn't mean anything by it. It was just like
No,
it just
no.
came out
Yeah.
because
No.
you heard the performer say that.
Sure.
The folks in the front, they caught it. They started giggling. And
They're
I'm
like, hey, come here, midgets. Anybody knew who was going against the Renegade Twins or Sacrificial Lambs for
That's
the new
right.
tag team champions?
But I'll tell you what, though. It was a great match, like you said. Scrappy. They
Yes,
were toe-to-toe
very
with
much
them.
so.
And I'll tell you what, both teams worked well in terms of quick tags in and out to try to keep each other fresh. However, the Renegade Twin magic, so to speak, was just too much to overcome at the end to get the titles. But it was a very hard-fought tag team match last night.
And you know, I want to do a shout out to Tommy Guns.
Why?
That was his first ever
Yes, it was.
wrestling match
As a
referee.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did okay.
And
He did a good job.
to your first match as a tag team, trying to keep any four people, apart.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yeah, he
so
had
shout out to
And
Tommy
being a
Guns.
championship match, nonetheless.
and it being a championship.
Yes.
match. So there's another first.
So I
Added to that.
I want to, I just want
Absolutely.
to, I want to give him his props.
It's like no
Absolutely.
pressure when like your first match is usually in like
Like the
some
dog
little
match.
warehouse in front
Right.
of 10 people
Yeah.
on a thing. But like, oh, it's on Title Match Network at the House of Blues on the Las Vegas Strip for the first ever tag team championship. Have fun.
Good luck. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Exactly.
I'm like, what?
Tommy, we all agreed with him, and you're only all right, Tommy. See if what happens next time.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, Tommy though did help the momentum last week in helping us raise $200 to
Yes,
see
he
Matt
did.
get chopped not once but twice by Alice
And
Blair.
thank God he was
Who?
there so he could
Who got
fix the
chopped?
turnbuckle pad
You got
too.
chopped.
You said Matt.
Did I say Matt?
Yeah.
You said Matt again.
We're going to have
apologize.
words after this
You
show.
know. I'll make it up by fixing your name in the next edition.
Suck up.
I am so, guys, I am so tired right now. I don't know how I'm going to, somebody want to fill in for Aaron's hour for me? Because I don't know if I'm going to make it. All
Rerun
right.
time.
What's that?
Rerun time.
No, I got a guest coming in. And a special guest co-host, too. All right. Rochelle Riveter, Ashley Damboys.
You know what? I got to tell you something. That freaking Ashley, she built like a brick shit house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, she can whoop. Sorry about that. I'll
Don't worry
try-
about it. I've been
try to-
fucking doing it
I'll
all
try
morning.
to do better.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to fucking be sorry for nothing.
I think she. I see her going places.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I really. She's on my radar. I'll just leave it at that.
She, her handle with her name is La Creme de la Creme.
Well, you saw she had the fleur-de-lis on her
Yes.
knee
Yeah.
pads and her boots.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even kind of funny. Even the ring announcer was like, "It's so Rochelle Riveter against my crush."
Oh, is that what he said? See, I didn't hear anything he said. I couldn't hear anything he said, so maybe that's probably good.
Yes. But that was a good match. That was a real good match.
Absolutely.
That was a banger.
Yeah, it was. Hey, listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say on average, all of these matches were an 8, 8.5. And again, I'm averaging them all.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there were any ones, but you're talking 8 to 10. Of
Yep.
course, the last two matches really pushed the scale up. But it's funny you mentioned about names where he said my crush. Listen, as soon as Christy Janes came out for the match after she got introduced and he blew her name, I turned to Shaw and I said, she's going to go after the ring announcer because he botched
Oh,
the
yeah.
name. He said, what, Christy Jones or something?
Christy James.
James? And I knew it. I knew she was going to go right. Because I've had it happen to me. You know, you make a mistake and as part of it, the wrestler's going to come after you. And I turned to Shaw and I said, here she goes. He mispronounced her name and Christy's going to remind him what her name is. So, but anyway, it happens, guys.
I was waiting for the low bowling. Take him down a peg.
Yeah, well.
And he was short as it
I was gonna
is.
say-
I'll say he didn't have far to fall.
From the tree.
We were joking about that. I took a picture with him last night. We were by the stage end there. We were talking about falling off, and he says, yeah, I'd be worried. I said, I would too. You'd get there before me. Because he was short. He'd get to the fall before me.
Yep.
But we looked like, and I'm not committing myself to being The Rock. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I remember that.
Rock, Kevin Hart. In
Yeah.
our picture, we took a picture. Because he's not a tall guy.
No.
He reminded me of Kevin Hart. But listen, he tried hard.
He tried.
He's got to get some work done. I've offered my services
I'll
to
give
help
him a C minus.
That high? But everybody, like we just talked about Tommy.
C minus or D plus.
That averages what, a D, a C?
Yeah.
I don't know. But just like Tommy,
You're the
listen,
teacher.
I tutor, I don't teach. But like Tommy, it was his first time last night. Now, and to Benny's credit, DJ Benny, he did the best that he could in his first time. I mean, he's a DJ.
Yeah.
And it's his first time doing this. You just can't necessarily go from one platform to another and, because I do this, I can do this. He did as best as he could. And listen, give the guy credit doing something outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Brandy.
Okay.
No, Brandy, I'm agreeing with you. I preface my comment by saying I'm not committing myself to being The Rock. I'm fully aware of that. But thank you for reminding me, though.
Good morning, Brand.
Triple
Love you,
threat.
girl.
Triple threat match last night. Oh, my God. Supposedly, the winner qualifies for the number one What are you doing?
For Maserati.
What is he doing?
It's for Maserati.
I know. It's Maserati,
Loser!
Zeta Zhang, Alice Blair.
Loser.
Good match. I mean, it's kind of what you expect in a triple threat. I think Alice, we had her here with us last week.
She got robbed.
She did.
Get robbed.
Yes, she did.
Says a legit gripe now to be getting a title shot.
Student teacher was a lot in that match last night between Al, because what people don't know, Maserati trained Alice.
Yeah.
And so you had the old teacher. Student, give me your teeth, Chief. I might need Chief's teeth. Here, let me give them back to you, by the way. We had the teacher-student storyline in that match. And obviously, Maz didn't teach her everything, which you never do with a student.
No. She's like, I taught her everything she knows. I never taught her everything I know.
Correct. So it was a good match. And Maz got the
Got
win
the
in
W.
That, got the win. And I don't know if
we
it
had
was
a medical issue with.
Oh, yeah, Zeta Zhang.
Zeta
I hope
got-
she's doing well, by the way. She got a nasty cut.
I think she was going to have a couple stitches.
Yeah,
I
she
would
needed
say.
some stitches.
I saw her when she came out. She had like this ice pack wrapped around her head in such a weird way. I swear to God, I thought she had a diaper on her head.
Oh, my God.
Until she got closer, and I was like,
I'm going to
and I was like, you all right?
I'm going to tell her you said that. A diaper on her head.
I told her.
Oh, you told her?
And I was like, you had that thing on weird. I thought you had like a diaper on your head for a second. She's like, no, it's an ice pack. My freaking head hurts.
Yeah, she'll have she'd be lucky if she doesn't have a concussion because she hit it on the post or something.
She took a good bump.
Now, we were Shaw was commenting about the blood getting in her eyes and vision. One thing I did notice is that it was more on the side, so it wasn't like coming down from the
wasn't
forehead.
from the head,
so,
no.
at least, but
She was trying to make her night even worse.
Why?
She was planning on jumping off of that thing to go through a table. Originally.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that was decided not to happen.
She was jump up the stage to a table.
That was her. She came up to me and she was like, "Do we have tables?" I want to go that way, and I was like, "You want
off the stage onto a table?
You want what? No.
What?
She's
that's about a 10-foot drop.
She's another heller on wheels.
Listen,
and I applaud those women.
Absolutely,
Trust me.
She was here for the first card, and
Yes.
I was impressed then.
Yes.
Last night, she almost reminded me when a lot of Asuka in her, the way she just was in there, fiery, and even her, I mean, everything. She kind of reminded me a little bit of Asuka, but I'll tell you what, again, all three ladies last night in that match, aces as far as I'm concerned.
You know, her and Creme de la Creme would be a good tag team.
Her and Zeta?
Uh-huh.
Could be.
That'd be a good tag team.
I'd like to see more tag teams developed within the division. Obviously, it will happen as time goes. Now that we have champions, we'll see some interesting tag teams probably formed or come in to go after the belt and really build that division.
I gave Matt some names last night, but he graciously had to correct me because old Chief was the 3/4 was kicking.
No.
In. Yeah, a little
Tell
bit.
It was like 9/10 last night.
Little bit. It was it was kicking in. So
who did he
he's like, I'm gonna get so and so to sign this, and I'm like, dude, that's not her.
He corrected me.
He's like, yes, it is, and I was like,
Yeah.
she looks just like the picture, buddy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
He corrected. he took care of the old Chief. Hopefully we're gonna have her on the show sometime.
Yeah, I hope so. Love to. Let's do one more match. We'll take our break for the hour, and then we'll come back and talk about the last two matches last night. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And the winner.
Wouldn't that be part of talking about the matches, Chief?
No, the other winner.
Yeah, I know. I got my note. I know.
What do
You know what I got to start doing? I got to start typing on my phone the first 15 minutes. Then I'll catch up like Chief does because he's on it. He's on it right now. Renee Rochelle takes on Katie Forbes. And let me tell you, last night, no question, Katie was the fan favorite
Yep.
last night. Oh, God. No.
My eyes!
I need something sharp. I need something sharp. Holy cow.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
I was promoting her.
There was
And
speculation.
she does it
She doesn't need any
1,000
help.
times better
She
than
doesn't
me.
need it. She promotes herself before she even walks in the
She
room.
did very. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, man. She had that room going.
Yeah, that was a great match. Now we talked about it, wondering. We were all chatting before the night started.
Yes, sir.
As to whether, because Katie
Yeah.
Forbes is with RVD, Rob Van Dam.
Yes, sir.
As to whether there was speculation, maybe he would show up.
Yes, sir.
I got a text from my buddy Rafi, who you guys
Yes,
know.
sir.
During that match, he was sitting. RVD sat right down next to Rafi,
Yes,
watching the match
sir.
with him. Yeah,
That's cool.
so RVD was there, and as I was leaving, we passed each other. He was coming in towards the House of Blues hallway there, where we were all coming out. So he definitely was there. Tappa and Tessa were dancing themselves in the back. Oh, well.
It was kind of funny. We were like, me and Tony were on our way to Mandalay Bay, and I was like, there's a GameStop right here, and they got that pop.
Oh.
So I grabbed the RVD pop, and I was like, there's no way he's not coming with Katie for some reason. And then I freaking saw him, and I was like, hey, will you sign this? And he was like, how'd you know to bring that? And I was like, Katie's here. So I figured you would show up, and he was like, good point. Give me your money. Good point.
It was like he was testing it.
Yeah,
So
because when I saw Katie early in the afternoon, I looked at her and I said, Rob? And she said, yes. I said, okay. So I knew he was coming.
Norberto, to answer your question, the full show is not up yet. However, you can go to UWW Fed, their Instagram, all their social media platforms. There are things up there that you can catch. Once everything is ready to go and is available for viewing, of course, we will announce it. But you can go onto their social media pages and catch some of the news in action. All right, with that, guys, we're going to go to our
And
break.
Chief highly recommends it because the Chief says so.
We're going to go to break right now. We come back. We're going to talk about the last two matches that really burned down the house. We'll be back right after this.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Seth Foxy. I'm here with my man, Big Chief. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcasts. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the Ultimate Finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back. TCA on the air. Go Live Vegas, 702-329-6947. Twitter world is active. Chats are active. We got 2 more matches to talk about from last night. And folks, let me tell you, when the show's available to watch,
You must go watch
You
it.
must make sure that these 2 matches, you stay in tune for these 2 matches. The USA title match was first, and that, of course, was Lady Tapa taking on the aforementioned Santana Garrett. A lot went on in that match to unpack, gentlemen. The toughness of Tapa, of course, at the beginning, way that Santana tried to get to her with the sleeper
hold.
corner to corner, and she got to her. And listen, Tapa had to expend a lot of energy being in the hold, and then going from corner to corner to try to break it. She expended a lot of energy. So that was, but she obviously was able to overcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really good match.
Santana gave it her all to try to chop that big tree down, and there was this
Got
no
one-
tool big enough to take that down.
Got one root down at one point, but that was it. Got one of those legs down.
It ain't happening.
Now, of course, we've known from past history with Lady Tapa when she wrestles here.
She got good headlock.
That's all Chief cares about.
Yeah, buddy. That's my girl.
She got into it with some folks at ringside.
I got my new shirt.
And he even got it pre-washed. What a suck up that is. So, Tapa, what concerned me is she had Santana down early.
Yeah.
And then she got distracted by whatever was going on across from us in that front row there. And I think there were some boxers there, maybe been some Mayweather people and some other fans. I have no idea. But all of a sudden, she got into the scrap with those folks again out there, she was out there, maybe 5 minutes, which doesn't sound long. But when you got a star like Santana Garrett down on the mat for 5 minutes, having an opportunity to kind of catch your breath, how do you do that?
Tapa got lucky that Santana didn't capitalize on that.
Absolutely.
Could have cost her the match.
You get somebody the caliber of Santana Garrett, you got 3 seconds to pin her. You better take advantage of those 3 seconds and get out of there when you can.
You know, I was sitting there watching the match and watching the Mayweather bunch, and I may have to relinquish my bell ringing job for one show.
Okay.
And I may have to become a manager.
For who? Tapa?
Yep.
I don't think she needs a manager.
She don't, but I have my reasons.
I know you do.
Okay.
I know you do.
And I do swing a mean kendo stick.
You do.
That's what I was going to say. It starts with a K.
So, my people are talking to her people.
Call me for lunch.
See, now we know why he was distracted early on.
Yeah, there was negotiating for a bigger kendo stick.
Yeah.
See, he's got people. You have.
I got nobody.
Person that doesn't do anything.
A 99-cent store agent. That's what I got.
You know what, though? Hey, folks.
I dropped a penny.
In all seriousness, and I mean this, I'm the advocate for women's professional wrestling. If you don't go out and purchase this show and watch its entirety and see 8 great matches from start to finish, you're missing one of the best shows I've had the privilege of going to and watching, not only as a participant with the company, but as a fan also. I'm just putting that out there to you.
First ever USA UWW title holder, one Lady Tapa. And listen, we've had her on the show a few times. Gave Chief his ever-loving headlock. Which
Good luck trying to get that belt off of her.
Yeah. But she carried it proud. She won it in a very difficult match on so many different levels.
You go up and down what we've seen for the first 3 shows, who I can't think of anyone right now that could really take the belt off of Tapa.
Could Tessa?
That's
I want to see Tessa versus Lady Tapa. That would be
that'll be the match. But I'm thinking of I'd like to see the rematch from UWW1, Tapa and Lady Tapa and oh shoot, the girl she was just about as big
Genocide.
as Tapa. Thank you. I'd like to see that match again.
Well, now that you got the belt on it, that'll change on Tapa. That's going to change the heat if they were to rematch again soon.
But I'm gonna tell Tapa to wrestle Alice Blair.
Shut up, Ronald. Nobody cares.
You want Tapa versus Alice? Why would you do that to Alice?
Yeah,
What'd she do to you?
Yeah, what would you do to my girl? Why do you want my girl to get killed?
Ronald, when you make that move, let me know. You're in.
Shut up, Ronald.
I'll bump him so fast. I'll have Lady Tapa take care of him for us. So.
Wow, violence. Damn.
All right, so obviously the Queen of Rings, Lady Tapa, is the first ever UWW USA title match,
And it was,
title holder.
And it was a good match.
Oh, it was terrific.
It was an excellent match.
At that point, after the first 7 matches, you start to wonder to yourself, what could happen in this special feature match to top it all?
2 out of 3 falls.
3 title holders named for the first
Yes.
time. Great matches.
Yes.
Great commentary team.
Great refereeing.
Great refereeing.
Good bell ringer.
And
Best timekeeper.
Best timekeeper, yep.
I'm trying to come up with one. He had one job and still didn't get done right.
And you're still waiting on that damn bar, aren't you?
That's
I
how
wasn't even talking about that.
That's not the job we're talking about.
That's not the job I'm talking. Let's just say if I had a rake, my leaves would still be sitting on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
They would be.
What
I
can
know
I
they
say,
would.
brother?
So, how can we top that?
2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yep.
Special feature match.
Yep.
Everybody knows Tessa Blanchard. There's really no build-up. You know, you talk about somebody who really needs no introduction. Tessa Blanchard taking on Miranda Alizé. And let me tell you, last night, Miranda had such backing from her lucha style. If you heard the crowd,
Yeah.
this was I don't even know how long you were the timekeeper last night.
25.
Right? That was the limit. How long did it go?
35.
It went 35
at least.
How long roughly would you guys say that first fall took? It seemed to take forever.
It was like 20 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, something like that.
These ladies, I mean, I said on commentary at one point, Tessa's just about thrown everything but the kitchen sink here into this to try to get the first fall. And I said, but then again, maybe the kitchen sink will come flying in here momentarily. The road to get to that first fall, that could have been, it didn't need to be a 2 out of 3.
It was almost a Broadway match, that first fall.
And what happened in that first fall was they fell off onto the floor from the roughly, I'll just call it a 10-foot stage because I think it's about how tall it was.
Scared the shit out of me.
So first, Miranda went over. Tessa stood on top for a moment wondering, and then she goes. Now, the ref's in the ring trying to start a 10 count, and I'll give the ref a lot of credit because this is a high-stakes match. She had a lot of leeway in this match as a ref, and that's okay.
Miss Amber did a fantastic job.
Absolutely. Terrific job. And it's like a referee on the football field. When do you call a hold? When don't you call? When is pass interference, you know?
Yes, sir.
But Amber called it right because, yeah, maybe with them going out off the stage, some would say was a little too much, but I think it was right because now you got Miranda, who literally fell off the stage. And I didn't see how she landed. I didn't see how, whatever. But then Miranda tossed Tessa into the hard barricade there in front of the first row of seats.
Yes.
Folks, we're not talking a regular barricade that you would see traditionally around the ring that comes apart.
No.
This was the railing on the specialized high-top seats that were there that does not budge.
It has the top, has the bottom, the rails are in the middle, and they don't give.
And we heard it sitting up at commentary.
Yes.
We all thought that whole area must have moved about 5 feet due west.
Yes.
So at that point, we couldn't see anything at commentary. So I grabbed the microphone, and I went out as far as the cord would let me to try to see what the hell's going on.
Yep.
And by the time I got out there enough, I saw the referee starting to come back up, and then I saw the ladies, and they came back into the ring. But that first fall took 20 minutes of that match.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yep.
And then it was played right because the next 2 falls kind of should have happened rather quickly because they beat the tar out of each other the first 20 minutes. And we talked about earlier about the psychology of the match, guys. I got to say, for 40 years of watching pro wrestling on TV and in person, over 40 years, I got to say that right now is probably the match of my lifetime that I've ever seen in person.
I don't want to use the word scripted, but I will say that the sequence of moves throughout that entire match.
Hence going back to the psychology. And I'm going to put it out there, Kevin Sullivan was there as a consultant for UWW to help put the show on.
Yes.
And he was very involved.
Yes.
Helping to put that show together. Now, think about who's in there. Tessa. Okay? Does she really need guidance in a match, given what we know of her personally and as a performer? Probably not. Does it hurt to have Kevin Sullivan, though, to put his thoughts on in terms of telling a story? Hell no.
But I seen Miranda and Tessa both go to Kevin numerous times before.
Yes.
And talk about, well, what about this and what about this? And he would give them his perspective.
Yes.
Then they would continue putting their match together. And it was...
After what we saw last night, it is a crime to the entire wrestling profession that Miranda Alizé and Tessa Blanchard are not on national television on a weekly basis.
It is.
Yeah.
It is like we were getting robbed of watching stuff like this.
And apparently with these two, there's backstory going into this 2 out of 3 falls from a recent match they had, right?
A recent match down in San Antonio.
Okay. That's like 6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, and the gentleman who shot the match, I talked to him last night. He was there videotaping the match last night, and so this has been going on, 6-7 months now, and of course, Tessa is Miranda's trainer.
Another teacher-student thing.
And did they have some choice words for each other?
I'm going to tell you right now, that match.
My ears were burning.
That match is, from a verbal standpoint, is not for anybody under 18. Let's put it that way. And if you understand Spanish, you'll know a lot of things of what was being said versus a lot of people who didn't, but you can figure out what it is. So, listen, as far as I'm concerned, for the third event that was put on by UWW.
A+.
Okay, absolutely an A+. Hopefully this will launch UWW even further, more production, and that's going to be good for everybody involved. That's a great thing. So absolutely an A+ event last night. I do suggest that everybody stay in tune to social media. You can go to UWW Fed on Twitter. You can go there on Instagram. You can go to their website for what event?
UWW4.
Are you dying?
What the hell was
He can never say anything about me anymore.
UWW4.
There you go. So stay tuned to social media when news breaks about
my false teeth were
number
slipping.
4. It was
I'm just gonna say this now.
Three-quarters
we always
half-timers.
pick somebody to watch out for the year. 2023 will be the year of the Lucha Baddie.
I agree on that.
Everybody in wrestling should know who this woman is.
Yep.
She should be on national television. I will start a goddamn internet campaign to bug the Mark, Tony Khan, or Triple H, whoever's got to sign her.
Create a hashtag.
She must be on national television.
Let's do it. Create a hashtag, man.
You have to remember one thing too, fellas. One of the ladies that was on the show last night was a trainer down at the Performance Center in Florida.
Santana Garrett.
Exactly. So there's, as we say affectionately,
she knows somebody.
My people know people.
So before we get to birthdays, I'm just going to say this, Matt. Given the success that you had last week of putting something out there to the universe and making it happen, i.e. setting another Albertsons on fire.
Yes.
Let's use your power for something good for once.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Now we have another cause.
Yeah.
Let's get her out there. Let's get her. But in order for that to happen, please tell her we are, minus him, we will be her agents. Get her out there.
I got a second cause as well.
What's that?
The chief says so.
I need somebody to go to Albertsons.
No.
And you go to the frozen food section And I want to see somebody throw a frozen chicken at an employee. I don't care which employee, preferably him.
Open all.
But I want to see if I want to see how far this goes.
I got a better one.
Hopefully it ends now. It doesn't go that far.
I got a better one. I want somebody to go to the frozen food section and open all the bags of peas up and throw them on the floor when Thomas is walking around.
That's
on that note, it's now time to wish everybody a happy birthday. When is your birthday?
Happy
When's
birthday.
your birthday?
September 24th.
It doesn't matter when your birthday is.
Happy birthday.
I forgot you guys celebrated together.
Happy
It doesn't matter.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Tommy Guns brings up a point. Some of the hardest hitting action in that match last night. Norberto says he was a fan of Lucha since she appeared on Impact 3 or 4 years ago. That match, though, the hitting, the forearms, the slap, my God, there was nothing going on there that.
You know what? Just not in that show. And I'll make it quick. Just not in that match.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you what. That was some of the hardest hitting chops.
Oh. I even saw Thomas cringe a few times on those chops.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Let's get to it.
I was having nightmares.
But hey, you raised $200.
I did.
Feel better about that.
I would do it again for charity.
Put it out there. We need that extra $101, don't we?
We need to get like Funny Bone in here then.
No.
No take backs. No take backs.
In front of an Albertsons. Anyway,
frozen food section.
If you're celebrating a birthday today, December 10th through next Friday, the 16th, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at TCA and Go Live Vegas. You are celebrating a birthday with these people. Today, December 10th, you're celebrating with Essa Rios and JTG. On the 11th, Rey Mysterio Jr., James Ellsworth, there's a good one, Sonny Kiss, La Parka, Doug Farnes. December 12th, Sabu, Flip Gordon, Ultimo Dragon, Jason. Oh, I love this guy's name when he was in the ring. Gary Michael Capetta. I still have him on my radar to get him on the show with
I've
us.
been talking about this for like a year.
I know. We've been a little busy. Junkyard Dog on the 13th. Michael Elgin, Bar Zukov, and Brad Rangans on the 13th. On the 14th, I guess 9 months earlier, nobody was getting busy. On the 15th, Eric Young, soon to be returning all reports to WWE. And on the 16th, may he rest in peace, passed away over a year ago, Mr. Luke Harper, as we knew him here in the WWE world. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. We'll do it again next week.
We'll be rested, though.
Now, I saved it for as long as I can for the tease. Again, we are, the poster's not here because we have the winner announced, so we're going to get it ready to ship out. The poster now does include all the names that we've been talking about, and we did add Kevin Sullivan and Tessa Blanchard, and for some silly reason, our 4 names are on there. His will be able to find because you won't be able to read it.
Would you like to list the names? I have them in my bag.
No, I think we've gone over.
We already know.
No,
Okay.
we know.
All
And
right.
we added Tessa. And like I said, we
And
added
Mr.
Kevin.
Mr. Sullivan.
Yes, sir. So the drawing was held actually this morning by Top Rope Collectibles. Again, we want to thank Will, Ben, all the admins down there for chipping in our cause, the Avery Burton Foundation. They are an organization here in Vegas that supports mental illness/wellness, as I like to call it, and suicide prevention resources. Yep. Founded by a gentleman who lost his brother to suicide, and his board of director, Christina Alden. That's Reggie Burton. Christina Alden is a friend of mine. She's a member of the board. She, too, is a suicide loss survivor. And what we're going to do, hopefully next week, either Thursday, depending upon Reggie's schedule, or here on Saturday, we're going to get them in here and do a big check presentation. As of right now, we have $1,200, courtesy of the $200 chops, the $500 that was raised by TRC, thank you very much for that, by the raffling off the poster, $250 from Rick Upchurch himself, and a personal $250 donation from Will Hudson from Top Rope Collectibles. So, folks, next week, and it'll be announced on social media, we want to top $1,300 by how much, Chief?
$1.
So we need a total of 1,301. We have 101 out there. Matt has some ideas that he's working with Top Rope on. And again, we want to thank all those of Top Rope Collectibles who has paid.
There's the $1.
All right, there you go. We have the $1. So now we just need the even. It's upside down. Even $100. The even $100.
I just took it off my printing press. Yeah,
I smell it.
Yeah,
so now we're down to an even 100. So all right. So with that, the winner was announced. They did it live on the air this morning on Top Rope Collectibles. I'm proud to say that the winner of the poster and all those items we showed from all the admins on Top Rope Collectibles is someone that I think we all recognize from the group. Mr. Dan Gleason, Spokane, Washington.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dan. Thank you to everybody. I mean, I have goosebumps as I'm doing this. Dan, we want to thank you very much for participating. You got a great haul of items. We will be sending you the poster direct from us.
I will get it out as quickly as possible to you, Dan. I promise.
We will. Yeah. So you'll receive 2 packages at least. One from us with the poster, and then William is taking care of everything else with all those other items that we showed last week. And so I'll tell you what. Merry Christmas to Dan, because that's a hell of a haul.
Heck yeah! Don't worry. We told him about FedEx and UPS. He now knows not to go to the Pony Express.
No, right. Wells Fargo is a whole different
Trucking label.
Yeah, hey Dan.
Are we disturbing you guys?
No. I was being educated. Dan, there will be tracking information when the poster goes out. And I don't care what these guys say, because I'm the one mailing it out to you.
That is true. Yes.
And so there will be. I will be sending you tracking number so you can track it so it gets to you safely. So
absolutely. So congratulations again. We thank you. This is the second year in a row, guys, that the community has helped us as a whole, help those at this time of year. Now, and I want to preface it by saying this: mental mental
wellness
and suicide stuff goes on 24/7, 365.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately, at this time of year, the attention to that gets heightened because of something that's called seasonal depression.
Yes.
It's darker earlier, got the holidays, not everybody can go be with family, things like that. We need to make things like this, the homeless and starving kids and families, whatever is out there, we need to change our focus. Instead of bitching at each other about life and about what someone's eating on social media, we really need to focus efforts on supporting people each and every day. I say it every day when I sign off my shows. Not to make a difference. If one person catches it, it makes a difference in helping somebody, God bless. Yep. Listen, this man put his chest up last week, and I say this with all sincerity. Had you ever taken a chop before last week?
Never.
Okay, he stood up like that because he knew the cause was there, okay?
Yep. Just because it was Alice Blair.
Well, I didn't want to go there. Yeah, right. And then afterwards, this is the picture we saw. This is the picture we saw after he took the chops, by the way. But my point is, guys, we need to focus on people everywhere. We need to get away from the bullshit that goes on in this country that continues to put people down. Listen.
I want to give you a good point.
Okay. I was on a roll.
Alaska, yes, you were in a very good role.
I'm just kidding.
No, very good role. Alaska.
Oh, my.
Okay. Highest, and I'll talk about this one, highest alcohol rate in the country.
They have nothing else to do.
Exactly because they have 6 months of darkness.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine at midnight waking up and the sun is up?
And the highest suicide.
Yeah, I mean, these are things, people scoff at them. We do have a disease, quote unquote, called seasonal depression.
Yes.
And people may not realize they have it until it's too late. What? What?
I'm just thinking mean things.
Oh,
I'll say them out loud when I get a second.
I learned a long time ago with some of the baggage that I used to carry.
Yeah.
If you don't talk about it and you don't get it out,
it bottles up.
You ain't healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for guys, and we've talked about this ad nauseum on many platforms. For men, it's harder to talk about stuff. It's hard to talk about our feelings. It's hard to admit we need help. I mean, look, I won't go to a doctor unless my arm's falling off. Now though,
same.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, because of my other illnesses, I'm a little more in tune to my body now, and I'm aware when things aren't right. But I'll battle through it all. We've all come to the shows not feeling 100%. Why? Because we battle through it. It's not life demanding.
Nope.
Bottom line is, though, when for men just don't ask for help.
I always felt better when I went and saw the professionals And man, after a good cry, God, you can't believe how good you feel.
Oh, I can, because I've been there.
You know what I'm saying?
I seeked help after my mom passed.
You know,
I mean,
you know what I'm talking
absolutely.
about.
But my point, going back to it, though, we're happy that we're able to support our community, and we're happy that folks from around the country, such as Mr. Gleason in Spokane, Washington, that doesn't live here in Vegas and has jumped into support. Although the Avery Burton Foundation is available to everybody across the country, AveryBurtonFoundation.org, by the way, and it's available for everybody. But it's rooted here, and these individuals who participated in that raffle opportunity, they're around the country.
As I said, Aaron, they spent their hard-earned money.
Correct.
For the raffle.
To help somebody else.
To help somebody else in the cause.
Absolutely. And we're grateful for TRC. We're grateful for this platform here to be able to say and do and make a difference in our community for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You just don't know what a smile or hello or a wink can do in somebody's day to turn them around with something positive. And that's the thing. There are ways we can help people that doesn't cost a penny out of our pocket. Okay? Even finding good agents shouldn't cost anything. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me?
So
it's like I heard a quote. I shared a quote with somebody earlier this week. It costs $0 to be a good person.
Absolutely. What's the old saying? You're
unless you're Thomas Burnett.
It's
hush.
Thank you. You're right, Jennifer. So, it causes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile. So why do we not take advantage of the easier road?
As Jerry Lewis used to say, just one more dollar.
That's right. And I love Jerry Lewis. I loved watching the telethon. All right, let's get to it. We have one item in pop culture before we say goodbye. Big news this week, something that's been going on for, 9 months now? Of course, everybody knows that Brittany Griner was taken into custody in Russia about 9 months ago because of some marijuana CBD stuff that in Russia is illegal. Bottom line is that negotiations finally were able to come to a conclusion, bring Brittany home in exchange for
the Russian arms dealer.
The Russian arms dealer, whether fair. It's like a trade in baseball. Was it really a fair trade? Who knows? But the bottom line,
worst trade in U.S. history.
But you know what? Bottom line is Brittany is now back home on American soil. We're happy for her. We're happy for her family.
They're not giving up the fight to bring the other American home.
Yeah, there is another American there that I don't know why they couldn't negotiate, for both at the same time.
They tried, but the Russians said no.
Well,
they weren't going to do a 2-for-1.
So they let the big celebrity player, big celebrity. They exchanged that one because they know that's a name in spotlight. But for 4 years, this other individual is there.
I'm very curious to see what she does the first time the national anthem is played at a WNBA game.
Ooh, good point. What do you think would happen?
Oh, no, she was the one that said she wouldn't play if they played it. After this,
she
that
wouldn't
better have changed.
She wouldn't play?
Said she would not play if they played the national anthem at a WNBA game.
Well, then she'll never play. If she follows that line, every NBA game has the national anthem, don't they?
I wonder how much she wanted to hear that national anthem for the last 9 months.
Exactly. All right. So, but overall, she's home with family at this time of year. The family, they're back together. Congratulations to them. But remember, folks, not only this other gentleman that's still there in Russia, there are many other people around the world that are not with loved ones.
Can we make a trade?
Oh, yeah, there you go. We got to propose trade. We'll trade. Absolutely. Plus all the chops he could take on top of it. How's that sound? So, all right, guys, we're at the top of the hour. Before we say goodbye, let me just remind everybody that coming up at the top of the hour, Aaron's Hour, we'll have movie producer Neil Esch will be in studio. Plus, I have special guest co-host joining me, Patrick Frazee. I found out that this gentleman, Neil, same hometown as me. We started talking, man, I think the whole hour is going to be all about Linden, New Jersey. I have a funny feeling that's what's going to happen.
The armpit of America.
Hey, only when the Exxon refinery blows up, which is the only time we made news. Although we were next to Elizabeth. Elizabeth stunk over there. That town never made us smell good. Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate it. All right, fellas. UWW 3 is in the books. Final thoughts, Mr. Matt.
Just want to thank Top Rope Collectibles for the giveaway and everything like that. I want to thank UWW for letting us be a part of everything. It's kind of crazy to see our logo all over the Las Vegas Strip. Mind-blowing to me. Everybody have a good week. Stay safe. See you next week.
Chief.
Everybody, have a great week. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. Ready to take my Geritol and go to bed. Hey, love y'all.
Little ginseng on the side.
Love y'all.
Thomas.
Everyone be safe. Have a great week.
All right, everybody. What Matt said. TRC, thank you. UWW, thank you. Everybody involved. Go Live Vegas for giving us the platform to do what we do, making the connection. Our fans out there, we love each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With
Big
that,
B, thank you.
I'm sorry?
Big B.
Big B.
Big B, yes. Big B, we thank you as well. All right, see you in an hour. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all have. We'll see you next time right here on Thoughts Count Anywhere.